Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I have been having a little play today and I've made this like little folder and it's got some lovely little flip pages in it. So it's really simple. It's just made out of one piece of paper and some coffee stain paper as well. So it just opens up like this, and then I've got some lovely little flip papers in there, little journaling papers. And on the inside we've got a lovely little double pocket which has got two little pockets there which you can pop all the little bits and pieces in, and they just flip down like that, and I thought it was really cute, really lovely. And then these just flip down, these flip together, and then we've got like a little closure. Simple, really simple, nice and flat. Pop into a little journal. So again, make it out of the papers that will go with your journals that you're making. So today I am going to be using this one. I'll pop all the list of the papers that I've used under the video. So what I've got a piece of my this is vintage Botanicals paper, digital paper. Now again, I have printed on the back of it, so I've just cut it down. So this is just printed on 160 gram copy paper. So what I've done, I've cut the top piece off, which I've cut 5 inches down, okay, and then I've got another 3 inches here. So this is the piece that we're going to use for now. And so I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to measure in either side 3 inches. So we're going to have 3 inches there. These are the little flaps. And then I'm going to measure 3 inches this side, like that. And then what we want to do is just fold that in. I'm folding it the other way, but I'll turn it back just so I can see the little mark there. So fold that down like that. Fold this piece in there. Now again, you can obviously have it whichever way you want to. I'm going to fold it back again like that. So this is my front page like that, which looks nice. I'm just going to round the edges off because I think that looks really nice with these sort of like edges rounded off nicely like that. So I'll do all of them. And then the piece that we cut off from the bottom, I'm going to cut, so I'm going to cut 5 inches. So I want 2 lots of 5 on here, just to make the little flaps that go down. So let me just measure 5 inches on here. So that's about there. Let's cut that off. There, like that. And we'll have another one, which is 5 inches. Is there. Perfect. Oh, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bend this over. I just want to bend it over just to give the little flat bit here. Let me just show you. This little bit here, let's open this up. I've just sort of like bent it over, just sort of like it's 1/4 of an inch here, just so that we can stick that piece down, and that piece is that just sort of like bends over, and then we can stick that down. So I'm just going to measure here. So let's measure that bit, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the edge of my paper trimmer just to bend that down so it's straight like that. And then again, I'm going to do the same on this one. So let's have that one at the bottom. So we need to do this one here. So let's just mark it there, just 1/4 of an inch. Pop that to the side. And what we can do is just make sure they're there, nice and flat. So I've gone and done that one upside down, but it doesn't really matter, does it? That doesn't matter. And then I'm going to just round the edges off here like that. nice and tidy. And then what we want to do, get some glue. I'm just using some tacky glue here. Now in this little bottle I've just got tacky glue, and I add a little bit of water just to dilute it a bit so it's not so thick, because I have that question asked lots and lots, because the tacky glue is very thick. So I just add a little bit of water, and it just thins it up just enough to make it come out of the bottle nicely. So I'm going to stick that on there. Oopsie daisy. Make sure that's straight, like that. So that one's at the top, and then we will just pop this one underneath like that. Squeeze that out. Again, you can use double-sided tape or any other sort of glue that you like to use, but I find the tacky glue is my favourite for paper to paper. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so then we've got our lovely little folder like that. So these come and fold like that, and then these fold in like that, which is nice. Now to do the little inside bits, I've actually cut them to size already, so you don't have to see me do that. So the height of them, I have measured, I've written them down here. So the height of each one, they're just a little bit thinner than each other, is 4 3/4 inches, okay, or 12 by 12, these ones. So it's 4 3/4, these ones are square, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, or 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So you need 2 of those. The next size are these ones. So again, the height is 4 3/4, and then we got 3.5 inches this way. So in centimeters, that will be 12 centimeters by 9 centimeters. Okay, and these ones, again, the height 4 3/4, and this way is 2 3/4 of an inch, and then we got 12 centimeters by 7 centimeters. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop the biggest ones in first. So these will just sit on there like that. Really, really simple to do. And then what I've done, I've just bent over this little edge, and that's only sort of like a 1/4 of an inch or like a centimetre on there. Just a little bit, just to give it that little flap like that. So what you do is just pop it not right to the edge, just leave a little tiny gap on there like that. Okay, open that up, and then we'll take the other one and pop it on the other side. Again, you can make these out of any papers that you wanted to. You don't have to have the coffee stain paper. Just put them down. Then you could put pockets and all sorts of things in them, but I thought this one was quite nice to pop into a journal, and then you can just sort of like use it as like a little journal, little extra journal space. So that goes in. So these just flip on top of each other like that. Open them out, pop the next one in. Ooh, so the little shiny bits, that's from my Oceanic Adventures journal. I'm having a little break from that at the moment because it's huge, so I think it's a little bit too big, so I think I'm going to have to make it smaller. I think I'm going to be making it into 4 smaller journals, each signature, because it is enormous. So I'm just taking a break from it because I'm not quite sure what to do with it. But I will find out during the week. I will go back to it and see what I can do with it. So I'm going to just stick these in like that. So this is why I made this. I thought I'd have a go at doing something else. Something quick and simple. a little bit more glue. Pop that this side, just like that, just sort of like, so it's not right up to the edge of here, just leave a little bit of a gap like that, so then they can all just fold out nice and neatly. Last one, like this, a little bit of glue, pop that down, whoopsie daisy. Lovely. So these just flip like that. Perfect. Again, you can put as many in there as you like, but I think 6 was quite enough on this one. And then what we want to do is make a little pocket here, which I have already got ready. Some of my little shiny bits. So I have just taken a piece of paper. Let me just measure this. I only need the height. So this is about 4 3/4 inches, which is roughly about 12 centimeters. Okay, and then what I've done, I've just folded a little bit over the top. Okay, so that goes over and this piece comes up, because then what we want to do is just fold that in half like that. So if you folded it in half, all I've done is turned these pieces over just to reinforce that little bit at the top like that. So that's really simple, couple of little pockets. So I'm just going to measure this on here, and then I will just cut that piece off there, because this was just a scrap piece of paper that I had left over from doing the little flip pages. So that's come to roughly just over 4 1/4 inches on there. So then what I'm going to do is just stick that down. So simple. Let's stick these, or let's stick the little flat bits down first, like that. A little bit of glue on there. Stick that down, and this one. Just like that. Perfect. Oopsie daisy. And then we'll stick the little flap up so it makes the first little pocket. Gosh, I've got these little shiny bits everywhere. Stick those down, and then I can just stick the big pocket on, just like that, down the sides and along the bottom. There we go. And that will sit in there, and then we've got a lovely little double pocket. There we are. And then these just flip in again, like that. Perfect. And then these come down, that comes up, that comes up, and that comes up there. Lovely. See how lovely is that, and simple. So now what we need to do is just pop the little closure on here. Now I've got one of these little ones like this, which is really simple, but again, those closures that I made the other day, which were these little ones like that, you could use that as well. You could just make these and just pop that on there like that. So these come in really handy. But what I've done, I've got the little circles here. I am going to take a little eyelet like this, a little flap one, a little small one. I'm going to take a piece of string. Oh, do you think this is long enough? What do you think? Yes, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick this on the back like this, just around the little hole. So what I do, I just sort of like stick it on the back, because I don't like sort of like tying a knot in it. so it makes it too thick. So I've just put a little bit of glue around the outside of that little hole in the middle. Oopsie daisy. Like that. And then when you pop this in, a little eyelet will hold it in place. Perfect. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do, let's take the other one and make a hole. Little mark that on there. Take my little hole punch. Put a little hole in there. Put the brad through there, not the brad, the little eyelet through there. Now again, you can have that coming from that way or that way, doesn't really matter. Pop that in there. Now where's my little crocodile? Let's get this ready, didn't have it ready. In there. Oops. Perfect. And there we go. So that just wraps around and there's your closure. Really, really easy and simple to do. Now again, you can put a bead on here or anything like that that you'd like to do, but it's such a simple little closure, and these just open out. Again, you can add little pockets to these if you wanted to. You can add more papers, but I think this is just a really nice size. Little pockets there to pop some little notes in. A little bit of ephemera on there, and I think it's really, really lovely. And these just fold down. So again, it's a really nice thing for a happy mail. Pop into a journal, whatever you like to do, and I think they are lovely. So the size that comes out is 5 1/4. I think it's square, not quite. 5 1/4 by 5, which is roughly 13 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. So I think they are a really, really nice size to pop into a journal or give as a gift. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Really nice little make, quite a quick little make for you to do, because I like to do quick and easy things. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've all had a fantastic weekend, and I hope your week isn't too busy. Alright guys, thank you, take care, bye bye.